Marina and Zarina are tearing each other apart, but don't worry, Wihan is into a dare. Vihan should be spending more time on his job because Laura has been telling him what to do, and he's been asking Harry how to do it. And a guest drowned, so he might be getting fired.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
Welcome to Below Deck Experts. So you butchered so many names in that, like not only like Vihan or however we're saying his name, but you also said Laura instead of Lara.
Oh, we
like,
knew that was gonna
It's good
happen.
for the joke. I mean, it's fine. Hi everybody, welcome back to Below Deck Experts, a sibling duo YouTube show where we recap current Below Deck seasons. Today we're recapping Below Deck Down Under Season 3, Episode 5, Submergency.
But I got nothing on that one.
I didn't either because when I wrote it, I'm like, oh, it's something to do with a submarine. There was no submarine.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I just watched an episode of a different show the episode should have been named that because they ate a sub sandwich and got sick.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
so
the perfect.
They knew I was watching that show. That's why they named the episode that.
What show was it?
Archer.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a rewatch because you've watched it all.
I haven't seen the final season.
Oh,
so I'm watching that now.
Submergency. Submergency. I really, I'm not even acting stupid. I really don't know what they mean.
Sub.
What is the sub?
Is it I don't know.
Yeah, that's the secret word.
Jet
Tell us
ski?
what that means.
Yeah, tell us what that means.
Okay. So my question is based on the end. Do you think Wihan's going to get in trouble for what happened on the jet ski?
Yes.
Because I agree, because I think they were leading up to that, because something with remember them talking about something with the jet ski?
Yeah, so Wihan, whatever his name is, he's like, yeah, jet skis are known to do that. They have water in them.
Okay.
Not true.
No?
No.
I don't know anything about jet skis.
I mean, if you win the jet ski over like a poker game on a plastic table, maybe, but not when the jet ski costs more than my house. It shouldn't have water in it.
Okay.
To my knowledge. But yeah, I think he's going to get in trouble for it.
Mm. Yeah, me too. It's just leading up to that.
Yeah. I have another question that's different than yours.
Oh, good.
What is that? Oh, Perd from Parks and Rec that like over explains everything.
Oh, yeah.
The news guy. Do you think we have another Gary on our hands with Wihan?
I don't think so.
Like, not a full-on Gary, but like, these two girls like me. I want to go after the one that doesn't even know I exist.
Yeah, I don't know. My main points are actually Vihan thinks he's actually thinks he's a bachelor.
Yeah.
Because where did a dare come from?
I know.
I get your point where it's like, is he just doing it to be the bachelor?
Yeah.
I don't want to say a dick because I don't think it's like on purpose to be a dick, but does he just want the attention of all three?
Yeah. I mean, I know he wants to like find his wife or whatever, but like he hasn't really tried. I mean, he went on the date with Marina. He talked to Zarina sometimes. Like, he didn't really give them a chance before he went to a dare.
I know.
And now what's his plan? Like, to go on a date with a dare and then be like, all right, ladies, I pick you.
And a dare, I can't wait until she finds out that he likes it, because she's going to be like so uninterested, I feel like.
I can't imagine it going well for him.
I know. She's like my spirit animal. I think she just literally doesn't give a fuck about anything.
No.
I love her so far. We don't know much about her, but I'm truly like flabbergasted. I can't give you an opinion or a prediction on what he's doing.
I know. And then like he's talking to Harry at some point and he's like, dude, I can barely make eye contact with her. And Harry's like,
what?
Why?
Yeah. Harry's just as confused as us. Like, what? Because let's not forget, Bree was his first pick.
Yeah.
So now Adair, I guess Lara would be another one, but I think he knows that ship has sailed with Lara because she's like not gonna buy into his like play.
Yeah, no, she can. I feel like she's read through that.
She's experienced enough to know, like, you know, the boatman stuff. And even one of my notes is like, Lara is not exactly liking Vihan.
No. No, she is not.
Oh, man. So, yeah, couldn't tell you. I do not know what's going on there. So, yeah, obviously the main point, he's pretty much the center of this episode.
Yeah.
Because then we just have charter number 3 as the girl group, and then Harry and Bree hit a little snag, but I was really reaching on that because it was like barely a little snag. I feel like Below Deck was reaching on that.
Yeah, they were. Because they were just like, oh, yeah, did I say that? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So the episode starts with Zarina meditating, and then she's like, yeah, nah, fuck that, I'm pissed. Is that not what happened?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then they like put in the edit of like Johnny massaging her head.
Yes,
and, like, this is weird to watch.
Okay, I said this last episode, but why doesn't she go for him?
I don't know.
He's arguably more attractive.
Yeah.
And like silly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want somebody like silly like you?
You'd think.
Because like I'm sorry, it seems that Vihan and Culver are like the same person.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's like, God, but
Culver was a little more cringy.
Culver was a little bit more. Well, we don't know Vihan. Like, we still have a whole season.
He could pull out a whole Keith whatever thing that Culver does because he was a stripper. So he could have a whole thing waiting for us.
Okay, he never said he was a stripper.
Yeah, I'm gonna push that.
But they said it on the episode.
Yeah.
But then even in the episode, I'm like, he never said that. He said he worked at.
Oh yeah, he did.
He could have been a server. He could have been a bartender. Like, I'm not saying he's not. He could be, but he also couldn't be.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm pushing the gossip. He was totally a stripper.
So what were we talking about?
Wihan, Zarina.
Oh yeah, we kind of got off there. Yeah. So, because my next note is like, it seems like the interior is really getting along. So that's like kind of off topic, but I think they showed a clip of like Lara and Bree or something. And Marina.
Yeah, they were wearing the same pajamas. And like bonding over that.
Yeah. We love an interior that gets along.
Yeah, breath of fresh air compared to last season. Jeez.
Fresh of breath air.
Fresh of breath air.
So okay, going back to the like Marina, Zarina, Vihan before we even get to the Adair thing. This is the beginning. I don't think Marina realizes that Zarina's mad.
Yeah, I
really don't think she does.
I don't think so either.
Because, again, I think we said this last episode, Vihan and Zarina kissed in the hot tub on a truth or dare. Mm-hmm. If you hear that, you're like, oh, haha, funny. You don't think that the person actually likes the other person.
No. And she wasn't even there. She was asleep.
Right. So you're not going to assume that. And I don't think anybody's told her, hey, Zarina's pissed. Or have they?
I don't think so.
So yeah, I truly believe she doesn't care or she doesn't know because she went into the crew mess and was like talking about it in front of Zarina.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the vibe that she was doing it to be a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. No matter how hard the edit kind of made it look like that, I just didn't get the feeling that she was like, yeah, fuck you, I got him, whatever. Yeah. It was more of like, she did say like kind of out of pocket, like, oh, new hairstyle? Like, yes. I was like, oh.
So maybe, I don't know.
Like, you need to calm down.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, whatever. Then she kisses Vihan on the forehead.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's not gonna age well.
No, probably not.
That was my exact thought. I was like, sweet, but that's kind of something you do when you like have already established yourself as a couple, which maybe she
Yeah.
thinks they have.
Yeah, that's true. That is, I don't know.
Yeah. Um my next note, so random. I should really start categorizing my notes because it's just like my inner thoughts throughout the episode. Captain, don't tap on the glass. The fish's ears.
Yeah, what the hell?
Did you notice that too?
I did.
Okay, but then I was like, is he actually tapping? He could have just been like, but I was like, don't do that. They're ears.
Their ears. It's probably an old wives' tale. We have no idea.
Really? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
That feels like one of those things that someone made up
Does
just because they were
tapping
like annoyed with their kid.
glass- Does tapping on the glass hurt fish? Yes. AI says yes. Tapping on the glass of a fish tank can hurt fish, as the sudden noise and vibrations can startle them and cause stress, especially with repeated tapping. While not causing immediate physical harm, it can negatively impact their well-being over time.
That computer's not even on.
It's just a big picture of Captain Jason.
It's like taped on there, printed out and taped on.
It stresses them out, basically. And then the sound, it says sound travels much farther and stronger underwater than in air, meaning the noise from the tapping on the glass is significantly amplified for fish. So PSA, don't tap on the glass.
Can you tell Dad that every time he like comes to my house, instead of knocking on the door or calling me or hitting the little doorbell button, he just bangs on the window and it scares the shit out of me.
You're a fish?
Yep. Might as well be.
Dad, you can't tell him anything.
Nah.
Okay, what do we got next? So, now we get introduced to Wihan liking Adair. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Didn't need to see his ass. We saw it. You know, do you remember that clip?
I must have missed it.
Yeah, they show it in the bedroom. Why
Oh,
are
I
people
did see
sleeping
that.
naked? We've already
Yeah.
had this conversation.
Yeah. Why?
I get it if you're in your own house by yourself or with your significant other or
Yeah.
whatever, but you're sharing a boat with other people that aren't like your closest friends.
Yeah.
Is it a guy thing? Because girls would never, I don't think.
So I have seen different people talking about this. A lot of guys like to sleep naked when they're younger, and then slowly they figure out, whether it's through having kids or emergencies or whatever, that you just can't sleep naked.
No.
Because
Especially
if there's a
being
fire,
the bosun on a
yeah, and that was my point. Is you're not at home, at a stationary place. You're out on a boat that could sink, that could have a fire, could have
Anything.
this, could have that. You're on a boat. You're the bosun. Sleep in some underpants.
sleep. His favorite underpants.
Favorite underpants.
That's a special skill we have, that any conversation we're having, we can always find a SpongeBob quote.
Yeah, it's true.
Every episode, every single one. You can
Probably.
bet on it now.
Probably a jellyfish or a net or his favorite underpants. I can see Squidward's face.
Oh my god. So let's see. I said Zarina and Marina realize that Wihan is on The Bachelor. Or they don't realize that he's on The Bachelor. We
Yeah.
already talked about that. Lara calls Zarina thirsty, essentially. She's like, girl, calm down.
Yeah.
I feel like we're
She
giving...
basically did, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're giving... Or not we. I feel like Zarina and Marina both liking him and like having this thing is only inflating his ego.
Yeah.
Because, like, I guess we've already made this point. I think it's like his ego's getting inflated, so now he's like, you think I can get a dare? I bet I can get a dare.
Yeah, like, what's the word for it? I learned about it. It's kind of like, if you can get one, you can get two. If you can get two, you can get them all.
Mm-hmm.
Is like that mindset that he's probably going through right now.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I just can't wait till Adair finds out.
I know. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so the next charter is girls group from Chicago. I could totally be their friend. It's definitely close enough.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I didn't write this down, but I wanted to tell you about it. Okay, so I Googled how much is it to be on Below Deck? Like, be a guest? Because I'm like, I think we've talked about this briefly, but like, you obviously have to apply, but it's not free.
Yeah.
Guess how much it is.
Like total package?
Yeah. So I'll give you a hint. They do get 50% off. So according to Reddit, the internet, they do get 50% off. What do you think 50% off is?
100,000.
Is
That's
that
a lot.
Is that after the 50% off or before?
After, so before 50,000.
Yep. So the original price is 100. They have to pay 50.
Damn.
And then I divided that even by like, let's say 8.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what's 50,000? I did the math. I think it comes out to like 6,250 or something each person, which isn't terrible. 50,000 divided by 8, 6,250 isn't the worst, because if you think about it, I think that includes everything but flight.
That's tough. Yeah.
So that's not terrible, but it definitely has to be 8, and it definitely, like, Brad and I definitely couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because we're a couple, that would cost us like $13,000
for
if it was
2 days.
That's true. I was actually thinking it was more.
I mean, like, you're flying there, but I mean, you're flying there and then you have to pay to be there after you get off the boat. That's more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I think the reason I Googled it was because I was like, could we swing it? Like, if we were invited on Below Deck? No, we still couldn't.
Yeah. We need them to buy our podcast.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. We need to get more popular.
Yeah. Speaking of, hit 500.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
guys.
you.
After we did that, we actually gained like 20 to 25 subscribers.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I know.
Maybe we should say that every episode.
I know. I was thinking, I'm like, did everyone really like try to find 3 people to subscribe to
that's
us?
a lot of people in 1 week.
In one episode.
Yeah.
And the episode didn't even do well.
It did okay.
It did okay.
It's got a lot of likes.
Yeah, it does.
Not a ton, like, less views than normal, more likes than normal.
What's so weird, like at one point we had like 1 comment for every view. I'm like, YouTube's doing something wrong. We have 40 comments. I mean, that includes ours, but still.
Yeah, I know, that's a lot.
It's insane.
We're getting more and more each episode, which we like.
Yeah.
Guys, keep it coming. Like, and I do my best to we read them all.
Yeah.
I reply to most. I definitely like 98%. Unless you're a dick. Unless you're being a dick, I'll like your comments. So this group of girls wants to wear mermaid tails, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
I don't know what I have to say about that. I don't want to be an asshole. You like what you like.
Yeah.
You want pictures of what you want pictures of.
Yeah.
You have your own Instagram, and you're able to post what you want on that.
Yeah. It is a free country.
It is a free country as of right now.
Yeah.
As of March 6th, 2025.
You know, I went to that wedding a couple weeks ago and I didn't take a single photo on my phone.
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
Not a single one. Not even like a dumb one of Steve-O. Nothing.
Dang, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a photographer there.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 1,000 pictures of me, but I didn't take any.
You haven't posted on Instagram in like 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Are you planning on posting at any point soon?
Yeah, I was going to post at some point to be like, I'm sober.
Yeah.
But I only have like 3 pictures of me since I got sober 6 months ago.
Well, I know, I was trying to think if I have pictures. I probably have more pictures of you than you have pictures of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that if you ever gonna like put on social media that you were sober.
Yeah, I'm going to at some point. I just haven't.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So, we get a little bit of a glimpse into the new sous chef. Looks like a pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's another contestant on Wihan's Bachelor.
They're like, well, we need a sous chef, but we need to find a hot one. So this is going to take an extra day.
We need one. Actually, I feel like they should have brought in, like, I don't know. I was going to say a hot guy, because then it could have been like a dynamic with Zarina and him.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
If Anthony wasn't an asshole, he was pretty attractive.
Yeah, but he was just a weird asshole.
Yeah, he had so much potential.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's like he really didn't know the job coming in. Like he had problems with every facet of the job that he agreed to do.
Yeah, and he just like talked shit and like it didn't even seem like he was that cool to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're basically at lunch. So, what was lunch?
Was lunch surf and turf or was that dinner?
I don't know that they'd have surf and turf for lunch.
I believe I don't think they really told us anything with lunch. I think I saw like shrimp and them eating it. That was about it.
Shrimp. Yeah, I didn't write anything down. So this is where Lara's getting a little bit irritated with Wihan for like not being on top of things, and we are getting a glimpse into he's focusing a little bit more on his like personal endeavors than his work endeavors.
Yeah, was this when they were talking like she was behind the bar?
No, I think this was where she had asked him to do something and he didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but she like asked him to do something and like for the guests and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then he didn't. And then she had to like remind him or something.
Yeah, and she was basically like, "Why do I have to tell you how to do your job?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Can you believe this?"
Yes. Oh, yeah, cuz then I wrote oh shoot, maybe this was later cuz I remember writing like he should not be talking shit about like oh shoot, what is it? I thought I wrote I said he shouldn't be complaining to his team. He's like complaining to like Harry and about Lara. Like you don't do that.
No, not when you're the boss.
Not when you're the boss. We've said this all the time. I feel like it's so easy. Like it's easy to be friends outside of work, but to me it's pretty easy to like draw that professional boundary. Just don't talk shit.
You just complain upward on the ladder.
Yeah, I guess he would have no one to complain to then. Zarina.
Yeah, Zarina or Laura.
No, he's complaining about Lara.
Well, he could complain to her. Maybe just talk to her about it.
Your ideas are so good.
Thank you.
So the mermaid tails are bad.
Yeah.
They do not go over well.
Nah.
The editing was pretty good on that, I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
They just show them getting slammed by waves over and over. Like,
and they're like what they were trying to do, and it's like a model.
Yeah.
And then it's like the result, and she's like drowning, basically.
A fish out of water.
Yeah. I'm like, who did this?
Okay. Unpopular opinion, I didn't even think the model looked that good.
No, not really.
What? Just pose without the tail. Like, the pose is better on the beach with your legs out than wearing a mermaid tail.
Yeah, the whole time looking at that picture, I'm just worried that you drowned and you're standing next to me showing me this picture.
They're like posing them.
Yeah. Like, did you get pneumonia when you did this?
I said Bree was trying her best to hype them up.
Yeah, she was. She was
really
doing a good job of faking it, but yeah.
She's like, I need that tip.
Yeah.
I gotta tell them this was a good
I
idea.
have to lie to these people.
And then Johnny too, he was like trying to be their professional. Yeah, this is good. And then like they're in a tree and I'm like, oh my God, this is like me and my friends when we had our first digital camera in middle school.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Oh my God, remember? I just remembered this.
Oh God.
I used to make Lane take pictures of me.
Oh, yeah.
There was one point, again, I think it was like my first digital camera or something.
Uh-huh.
We were on the farm.
Yeah.
And we were like out on the cement pad.
Yeah.
And I made you take pictures of me. We should find those. They're somewhere.
I know you have one saved of you that's in like the front room of the old house that's in our Google Drive.
Oh, front room of the old house.
Or at least that's what it looks like. Like the background looks like it.
No, there's definitely one I can picture it in my head where, I don't know if you're going to remember this. So we had the circle cement pad and then there was a square of cement next to it. I was on that square and I was like, do you remember that?
No.
Dang, I was pretty little. Like I think I mean, we were both little. I think I was probably maybe 6th grade, and that would make you, what, 3rd?
Yeah.
I was having a 3rd grader take my pictures. I want to find those. I don't know if they're in the Google Drive or not. What sucks is a lot of the pictures were saved on our old computer, but some weren't, and some were actually on my MySpace, and I can't get into my MySpace. I've tried.
I know, and there's like a scam, well, kind of off topic, I guess, a scam going around right now where they'll like try and sell you like, oh, look at your old MySpace. But then
really?
They just rob you. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not going to sell me my old MySpace. I tried getting into it myself before, and it's set up with an old email.
Yeah.
So, and I don't remember. I guess I could try getting into that email.
I remember a few years ago thinking like, oh, it might be under mom's email, but it was under some random email I used to put MySpace and Runescape on.
I know.
Who knows what the password is to that.
I remember the email. Well, actually, maybe I don't. I think it was like Morgie_33 or something.
Sounds right.
But I couldn't even begin to guess the password.
Yeah, it could have been anything.
I'm thinking like Skittles or something. Like,
yeah.
I was always kind of using stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it also could have been the name of my crush at the time.
Yeah.
That also is a possibility. I wouldn't even begin to guess who that was.
Dan Aykroyd.
No, it was a real person. A real boy.
Come on, Dan Aykroyd.
Was Dan Aykroyd ever anybody's crush?
No. He's been 60 his entire life.
Oh my God, my eyes itch. So, okay, this is the part where Harry says he would I guess my next note is where Harry says he would maybe invite Bree to Australia. And then she's like, maybe. But I was like, Brie, come on. He's not going to be like, hell yeah, I'm inviting her back to Australia.
Yeah, because they haven't talked about it. Like, they haven't had a conversation.
And it's the guests.
Yeah.
Like, you never really give the guests all your info.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it would harm anything, but...
Even if he did say something, it would be, like a lie. Like, yep, she's going to come meet the folks. Like...
Right.
And on some level, everyone knows he's probably not telling the truth.
Right. I just think it's so funny, like, Bree, like, being insecure. Like,
yeah.
Clearly...
She doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, no offense. No offense, okay? But if we're looking at Bree and Harry, who's higher? Who's a... you know?
Wihan.
You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying.
So... She's like, is he playing mind games? And I'm like, no, girl, he just doesn't want to scare you off.
Yeah, like he really didn't. If that was the reaction he got to that, there was no good outcome.
No, but like truly, I think that was his mindset. Like, I don't want to scare her off. Like,
yeah.
A girl could have the opposite reaction too. Like, if he would have been like, yeah, I'm bringing her to Australia, she could have been like, whoa, that's a little too fast. Right? Like, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Anyways, it ends up not being that big of a deal. I think it's a little bit later on, but they talk and he's like, yeah, of course I want you to come. And then they kiss and it's fine.
Yeah.
End of that story. Lara's annoyed at Wihan again.
Lara. Because
he's not helping out like he should. I didn't put specifically what he did. What is happening with me? It's been a long day.
It has been.
Here's my days, though. Like, my mornings are always pretty slow, and then my afternoons are fast. Not fast, more busy. Which I'd rather it be the opposite. I'd rather be busy in the morning and then have the afternoons to chill.
That's usually how I am. I just play a lot of RuneScape.
Yeah, you can't edit the episode during the day because you're playing RuneScape.
I can do all three.
Really?
Mm-hmm. RuneScape is not a hard game to load.
Oh, and I'm yawning. Sorry. All right, what are we at? Bree says... Oh, Bree does say at some point that Wihan just likes attention.
Yeah.
I forgot that she said that. I was like, she said what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
He's just trying to see how much attention he can get.
Yeah. She says something like he just wants to be wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple random notes. The guests brought in a lot of sand to their room, and I said it was those mermaid tails.
It had to have been. That was a lot of sand.
Where did they put it?
I don't want to know. I'm not walking
Let's
into
think
that
about
one.
it. Let's think critically about
I
this.
don't
Where was
want
that
to.
sand?
I don't want to think about it.
Okay, the other option though is that they could have been wearing like water shoes.
Still, that was a lot of sand.
I know. How much sand can you fit in some
And
water shoes?
It does. Yeah, water shoes are skin tight. You don't get that much sand.
They're not always skin tight.
Mine are.
Mine aren't. My cheap ones that I got in Jamaica when they made me buy them because you couldn't go to a certain place without them.
I always wondered why your water shoes have
Or
like
Jamaican.
Yeah, don't they have like a Jamaican flag
Yep.
on them?
I think, yeah, they're yellow, green, and black.
Yeah.
I actually might have gotten rid of those.
I think I still have mine.
From Jamaica?
Yeah.
You didn't go to Jamaica.
Never left the country.
You have Jamaican water shoes though?
No, I was
Oh,
talking
okay.
about mine.
Okay, sorry. I thought you actually meant you had Jamaican ones.
No.
What's next? Harry's thumb is bejeweled.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. What a move. Bejewel your broken thumb.
This is another reason. Again, they were just kind of like giving us like leading up to like Wihan, like because then Lara catches the deck team on the couch. Remember?
Yeah, what the hell was he doing?
I know.
Even I know not to do that.
Right, and then
Yeah.
then I feel like he has the audacity to like get mad at her.
Yeah.
What's she trying to do? She was trying to tell me to do my job? Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, when like your only job at the time was not to be where you were. Like
Right. Their job is basically to help out with like dishes and stuff.
yeah.
Cause like
Or just run dishes or just not be in the way.
wash dishes and
Yeah.
just don't chill on the couch.
Yeah, what the hell?
So
And then, did you hear his like defense?
no, I forget what it was.
It was like, well, if I go down there, you guys are gonna make me work.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the point.
What the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
God. Okay, so we're basically at dinner. So did you want to talk about dinner? There's a big fiasco. Not fiasco, but nobody likes their steaks basically.
Yeah. To start it off, it was mushroom truffle risotto. Sounds great.
Not to me.
Don't know if I've ever had it. And then the surf and turf. And I'm gonna make a statement. I am with Zarina. The guests are incorrect about the steak.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anybody, I understand if you want your steak well done,
I
but
don't.
you have to specify that. Did they not? Clearly they didn't.
No, she would have gotten in trouble if they put on their
Right.
preference sheet like I want it.
Well
I
done.
want steak well done.
Right. But also, how can you say you're a restaurateur
Yeah.
if you want your steak well done?
With Wagyu beef. Like the best beef you can get in the world.
You could eat it raw.
You can literally eat it raw.
I know.
And it was cooked probably perfectly.
Yep.
And they're like, no, burn it.
Oh, what a sin.
Sin.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I mean, Zarina handles it well, but it's
Yeah.
like, and I don't think anybody can even fault her for that. Because like you said, if you didn't specify, they're going to be medium rare.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Captain was in there, and I don't even think he said anything.
No, what a shame. Oh my
Yeah.
God, now I want a steak.
Me too.
I don't have anything for dinner. I have old.
I don't have any
Pasta,
food
I
for the
mean.
rest of the week. Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh,
And I have food.
that whole statement was just incorrect.
This is all a lie.
Then they had coconut pineapple Malibu cake.
Blech.
I know. And that's why we say this all the time. That's why I would need a preference sheet. I can't do coconut or I like
Yeah.
pineapple, the fruit by itself, but don't
Yeah.
give me a pineapple dessert.
Nah.
Don't give me a banana dessert.
No, God, no.
Coconut, I don't want it on anything. I think it brings nothing to the table. I think it tastes like sunscreen.
It really does.
Yeah.
And like that's probably, whatever, but it just tastes like shit. I've never liked it. It sucks. And you're wrong if you like it.
You're wrong if you like it. I feel that way about banana anything. Because I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I can choke down a normal banana.
Yeah, you genuinely
Have to,
gag.
yes. But other than that, so why would I want it on a dessert?
Yeah.
Don't get it. Coconut, don't get it.
Only fruit that you can put on dessert, cherries.
Strawberry. So
Strawberries.
I like raspberry too.
Mm,
If I had to
Maybe.
pick my number one, it would probably be strawberry. I tend to like strawberry everything. But then I also really like raspberry and chocolate together.
That is good.
Yeah.
But cherries are the best.
Yeah, Brad would agree. I like cherries too, but I don't like cherry everything, which is weird because like fake cherry stuff, that's my favorite candy flavor.
Yeah.
But arguably, there's a difference between the real fruit and
a little
bit.
like
the banana candy. They just were like, it's this flavor, and we're like, okay,
it's yellow.
it tastes like yellow.
All right.
Oh God, the banana runts.
Ugh.
You remember those?
Barely.
Do you remember runts?
Oh yeah, the little they were little balls.
They were, no, I think they were shaped like the fruit.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Oh my God, we're getting so old that like probably young people don't know what runts are.
I barely remembered them. Yeah.
I actually don't know how I remembered it.
Yeah.
I have a pretty bad memory.
That would have been gone to time if you didn't just remind me of that.
I know. Runts. That's a weird word.
Weird name for a candy.
Yeah. We're basically at the end. Like, again, Harry and Bree are fine. Zarina and Marina are fighting. I said Zarina and Marina talking about fighting over Wihan and Adair checking her teeth.
I know, and it like they're like going back and forth, and I wrote Adair has not a malicious thought in her head.
She has not a clue what is happening.
Yeah, does not care.
I'm like, honestly, at this point, don't drag her into this.
Honestly,
by the end of the episode, that was my thought. I'm like, we're laughing about this, but leave her alone.
Yeah, I mean, she's so unbothered.
Yes.
Like, even when they ask Wihan for, like, Johnny's help before dinner setting up, and Adair walks in and tells Laura, like, oh, hey, he'll be up in a minute. She's like, well, we're done. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like
completely unbothered, does not care.
I have so much respect for people like that, that like don't get offended, basically.
And genuinely don't care.
Genuinely don't care. Don't like worry about, like, anxiety's afraid of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like, oh, you wouldn't know. Keke Palmer. Do you know who Keke Palmer is?
Yeah.
Anxiety is afraid of her. She just does whatever she wants.
Really?
Yeah. She has like a podcast. There's like a bunch of clips. Like,
I know her from Nickelodeon.
Yep. Yeah, she was on Nickelodeon. So now we're kind of at the jet ski part. We already talked about like what the issue was. And then, then the then the guests go in and it tips over.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, it's not going to be that serious.
No.
That guest was screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
When they just tipped over and she's wearing a life jacket.
Yeah.
They're like, she can't swim. Good. She won't have to.
They're in like 4 feet of water. Like they're on, like there's land very close to where
really?
they are. I think so. One of the angles looks
Even if
like
it's
it.
not, you're wearing a life jacket. You actually cannot drown unless you're trying to.
Yeah, and like I understand it is probably stressful, but like you have a life jacket. Johnny probably legally has to be a lifeguard.
Right.
Like he knows how to swim, obviously. You're fine.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say. I'd probably freak out a little bit because obviously nobody wants to tip over a jet ski, but I definitely wouldn't be like, help me!
Johnny!
Yeah.
Johnny!
Like, what's he gonna do? He's tipping too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then my last note is like, I'm actually depressed watching them in the water. Maybe I will pay $50K. Fuck it. I'm so sad. It's that time of the year. It's right around my birthday that I start like really getting pissed.
Yeah.
My 2 best friends are going to Mexico, not together. They're going separately, like doing like an all-inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I hate you both. I'm going to Florida at the end of April, but that's still so far away.
Yeah.
And by then, it's probably going to be decently warm here. I could really use it
Hopefully.
right now. Actually, it's going to be the 70s next week. Did you know that?
Damn.
I know. All right, guys, that's really all we got for you this week. Come for us if you want. We talked a lot about random stuff, but
Yeah.
this episode wasn't that good.
No.
It was just a lot of Wihan playing the Bachelor and then fucking up and Lara getting mad at him. It's all building up to something. What that is, we don't know.
Big fans of the Harry and Brianna thing.
Yes, keep that going.
Keep it going.
We still want the interior to get along.
Yeah.
We like that. What else do we like? We like Johnny.
Love Johnny.
We love a day or two.
Yeah.
Give her more screen time that has nothing to do with Wihan.
Yeah.
I like how we're giving notes on a show that's already been created.
I was just thinking that. Like, we're critiquing something that was edited probably a year ago.
Yep. All right, what do you got for the secret word?
It was, tell us.
Oh, yeah, tell us what submergency means.
Yeah, just give us your best guess on what that means.
I'm not even playing dumb. I truly have nothing I could even come up with. Because, okay, are they saying, like, the jet ski?
But that's not a
It's not a sub. Or is it? Tell us. Maybe in Europe it's called a sub. A jet sub.
A jet sub. Yeah, no,
a sub ski.
No sub ski.
Hey, that's kind of a fun word.
That is a fun word.
If you're still here, comment that.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll let you go. We'll let you goes for today.
We'll let you go.
Thank you so much for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.